this here is the battery. For this type of camera, this is actually a small battery, even though you don't want it to fall on your foot or anything like that. So to insert the battery, oh yeah, you might follow along and person. All right. So yeah, this is all right. So with the battery, there's like these little I don't know what you call them, ridges that have some electrical prongs or something to them. So you want to make sure that those are facing down. Okay, these are down, and you also want to make sure that this side here with all the warnings and whatnot is going into the camera. So, and when you put the battery in, you kind of have it lifted up towards the roof of the battery compartment. Reason being is because you're going to have it lifted up, go to the end, and then slide it down, and you'll hear a click. Also, the little battery release button will kind of like dip in a little bit. So I put it in while it's lifted up, push it to the back, and then I'll push it down. And that's how it is, and it's locked into place. Okay. I'm going to press the battery release button to get it out of the gear, and I do the opposite. So when I want to take it out, push the battery release button, lift up, push, pull back. Like here, you got that?
Yes, sir.
Did you see it?
That's what I was trying to do.
All right. So, putting the battery in, I'm lifting up. Ooh. I'm lifting up, and I'm pushing to the back, and then I push it down, and now it's in place. All right. And then, yeah, if I want to take it out, just push the button, lift up. Yeah. So that's how you get the battery in there. And let's see. Oh, turning the camera on. To turn the camera on, I'm already on the right side. So you see this little blue switch right here? Right here? See that? Okay. So what you do is, well, that little blue switch is important, okay? This is a switch to turn the camera on, and so that it doesn't actually accidentally get turned on or off, you have to push in on the little blue switch and then move the switch upwards. And that's how the camera turns on. So when you do turn it on, there's some lights that pop up somewhere. Anyway, camera's on. You can see it on the, oh yeah, on the back. Thank you. See, if you weren't here, I would have messed up. So yeah, just let me know. Camera's on, and I don't have any SD cards in here. So, but I'll repeat this again. So you just push in on the little blue thing, pull up, and that turns the camera on. And once we have that on, we want to open the lens cap, because some cameras have automatically opening lens caps. Some of them have ones where you have to manually put it on, and some of them have them built in. This is built in, but you have to be able to open it. So there's a switch on the, if you're operating the camera to the back left, that allows you to open it. So the switch is right here. Everybody see that? And when I move it upwards, it opens. So yeah, if you're wondering why am I seeing just all black, well, probably got the lens cover still closed. And next step, open the LCD screen. LCD screen is up here. There's no super magic way of opening it. You just grab it, and you just open it. So that's that. Do not try to extend it more than say 90 degrees. It only opens 90 degrees. It does have a flip screen, whatever, but if you feel any resistance, stop. Okay. I don't know. Yeah. So now inserting the SD card. This is an SD card. So this is actually an micro SD card with an SD card adapter, but whatever. So some key features that you want to pay attention to when dealing with the SD card. One side has these little metallic prong looking things, right? Everybody see the difference between that? And one side does not. I'm sorry if I'm talking to you like you're in kindergarten. But the easiest way to remember, because every year somebody messes this up. When you want to insert your SD card into the camera, you want the silvery metallic prong side to be facing, like going into the camera, not going away from the camera, okay? So I'll do it in this angle first. So the metallic-y prongy stuff, since I'm putting it on the left side of the camera, I want the metallic-y prongy stuff facing, going to the right. So I put that in, and use your finger to just push it until it makes a click. And once it's in there, then you'll see like a little indicator that the SD card is in, because this will light up. So you don't need to know the colors and whatnot, but once it's green, that means it's good to go. When it's red, it means like it's reading it. So, and it will show up on here that on the LCD screen that how much time you have. So that's not going to be a part of this test, but I just care that you can put it in properly, because some people will put it in wrong and then try to force it. And yeah, if you force it hard enough, it'll go in, but you messed up something. So yeah, and there are 2 slots for SD cards. For your exam, if you put it in slot A or slot B, I don't mind. Either one is fine. So yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and do it for this side, I think. So silvery side, the slots for the SD cards are on the left side. Make sure the silvery side goes to the right. Push it in. You'll hear a little click. And yeah, that's it. Zacchaeus, do you need me?
I told him to get it on.
Okay. So at this point, I will stop the timer. You will let me know that, hey, I'm ready for my equipment to be checked. I'll stop the timer. And then I'll go around and I'll look at it and I'll check to make sure the balance bubble. I'll take a step back and look at the legs to make sure that, like, say, it doesn't look like, say, this, because I will notice and I'll say that, okay, yeah, they kind of messed up on the balancing part. So I'll be checking for stuff like that. I'll check to see if you have the lens cover open, because everything we did, you could do that and still have it closed. So I'll be checking for that, making sure that this is tight, because if I check it and it's like this, then that's a deduction. Okay. So also I'll be checking the locks to make sure that, because you could have this theoretically, you could have this all the way up, and it could be maybe there's enough, I don't know, resistance in just on the finish of the metal to keep it up for a while. But if I come to it and I do this and it's like, oh, it's timber falling over, then yeah, that's a major deduction. So that's probably like maybe 10 points at the most. Depending on the depending on the severity of what it is. Like if you, I don't know, say the legs are balanced, but the cheater knob isn't, then I'm like, that's nothing. That's like 2 points. But anyway, yeah, that's it. So I would check it and then we break it down. So I'm just going to go through the breakdown and I'm going to go through that a little bit faster because, yeah. So LCD screen, and for the breakdown, I would say you don't, I'm thinking for the setup, you have to do it in a certain order, because like, you can't turn the camera on until you have the battery inserted, stuff like that. But for the breakdown, I'm pretty much fine with, whatever order you want to go through. So you just check the SD card and turning off the camera. Oh, I'm removing the camera from the off the tripod. So first thing I need to do is I need to undo this. I'm doing a lot of spinning around. I need to undo this knob right here so that this is loose once again, okay? Once that's loose, then I press the blue button right here so I can get the camera off this tripod. So I press that blue button and then I just pull it back. Everybody got that? All right. So, let's see. Oh, didn't close the lens. So, camera's off. Yeah. And in real life, like if you're checking this out for class or, you know, another class or something, I would say you can probably leave the battery in because, you know, that's how we charge it. But for the purpose of the test, because there's going to be someone else coming after you, take the battery out. So, and I'll probably tell you like during the exam to just put the battery in the SD card like either, you know, on one particular location or just put it in the bag in a particular spot. So that's how the test is going to be different from like the real life experience. For breaking down the tripod, I say for the tilt handle, whatever, I usually don't do that first, even though it might be tempting. The reason why I don't do it is because I don't want to get in the way of the legs collapsing. So what I usually like to do is I usually like to bring the legs together first, okay? And be careful that you don't, you know, squeeze your hand too hard in here, okay? And then what I do, I call this move, well, I call this move the predator. But basically, I loosen everything, and then I just ease it down into the ground, and then lock it. So that works whether you got both levels locked or just one level locked. Then